Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive with yours truly. Today we'll be going through some of the top tech news from December 16th, 2024, courtesy of TechView's 10X. It's going to be fun.
Definitely. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we've got a lot to cover.
A lot.
Everything from AI to cybersecurity and even some entertainment sprinkled in.
Sounds good.
So let's just dive right in.
All right.
All right, starting off, AI is dominating the headlines as always.
Of course.
ChatGPT has launched a conversational search engine. It's available to everybody now. So rather than just like typing in keywords, you can actually chat with AI to find what you need.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, this could really change how we use the internet moving forward.
Yeah.
Think about searching by asking these really complex questions or even just getting information tailored to very specific needs. It's almost like having your own personal research assistant just built into your browser.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it sounds really cool in theory, but is anybody else finding the AI on their phone to be a little bit underwhelming? There's a new poll out that says that most iPhone and Samsung users actually consider AI on their smartphones to just be a gimmick.
Yeah, I can see that. I think sometimes those flashy features, they don't always match up with how useful they are in the real world.
Right.
But OpenAI is doing this event. It's called 12 Days of OpenAI. And they've got some updates coming out that, I think they're pretty noteworthy. Obviously, ChatGPT is getting a boost. But the one that really stood out to me was Sora.
Oh, Sora, yeah, they're text-to-video AI.
Yeah,
I mean,
that one.
that's the one that's got all of Hollywood freaking out, right?
Pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, you give it a description and it just spits out a video for you. So think about the implications for educational content marketing materials, even just personalized entertainment.
Right.
It's wild. I mean, the lines are getting blurred between what's real and what's generated.
For sure. And then they've got this other mysterious project called O1. I don't know if you've heard about this one,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, vaguely.
rumors are saying it's this incredibly powerful language model that can write all different kinds of creative content. So who needs novelists when you have AI just cranking out bestsellers, right?
Right. I mean, that's a good question, but the real question is, who is actually using all of this AI for their day-to-day work? We found this report that was kind of interesting. The AI tools that developers are actually using aren't always the big names that you'd expect.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like the difference between what's trendy on social media and what people are actually using to get work done.
Right, right. Makes sense. So speaking of tech that might change how we work, Google's NotebookLM is getting a join feature for their AI-powered podcast generator.
Wow.
So you can actually step into a conversation with the AI and whatever guest it's come up with.
I mean, that's a crazy concept. A podcast where the hosts are AI and you can just jump in and be a participant. I don't know. Is that the future of interactive entertainment? Or is it just a novelty that'll kind of sizzle out? What do you think?
Hard to say. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But Google's also working on this other thing called Agent Space.
Okay.
Which is basically, imagine an AI assistant that can gather all the information you need for work and summarize it for you. So no more clicking through endless folders and files. You just get instant answers to your questions.
I mean, the potential for productivity is huge there.
Yeah.
But it makes you wonder about the future of jobs,
Right.
Are we all going to be replaced by AI assistants? Or is this going to free us up to do more creative and strategic work? I don't know.
Yeah, big questions. And speaking of big players, the U.S. government is about to let tech giants control access to AI chips.
Interesting.
So is this a good move? I mean, are they trying to promote responsible development, or are they basically just handing over the keys to the kingdom to a very select few?
It's a tough one. I mean, it's a controversial decision for sure. Could it stifle innovation from smaller companies? Could it create a tech monopoly? It's a delicate balance between fostering growth and making sure that you don't have too much power concentrated in the hands of just a few companies.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about power dynamics, we've got to mention the Infosys co-founder who recently said that 70-hour work weeks are necessary.
Oh, wow.
I mean, in the age of AI and automation, does that even make sense?
It feels so outdated,
Yeah.
like a blast from the past. I mean, what does that say about work-life balance and burnout? Is working more hours really the answer? Or should we be focusing on working smarter, not harder? What do you think?
I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
But, everybody's got their own philosophy, I guess. But that's a great point to kind of wrap up this first section. We've gone from AI dreams to work week nightmares.
Yeah, a lot to think about.
But don't worry, because next up, we're going to dive into some cybersecurity news that might make you want to unplug from the internet altogether. Stick around. We'll be right back after a quick reminder to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives like this.
Okay, so let's move on to some gadget goodness. We've got some fun stuff here.
Yeah, let's lighten the mood a little bit.
So first up, for all of you augmented reality fans out there, the latest Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses update, it's adding live AI tools in early access.
Wait, live AI in my glasses. Is this like where I finally get my Phytopilot heads-up display or something?
Well, maybe not quite that advanced.
Or maybe like real-time translation so I can finally understand what my dog is barking about.
Well, maybe not the dog part, but you're on the right track.
Yeah.
Imagine getting information about your surroundings just by glancing at things, or having a conversation with someone in another language without having to fumble with a translation app.
Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
It could be a real game changer.
Yeah, sign me up. But not all the tech news is sunshine and rainbows, unfortunately.
Right.
We've got this French startup that is offering cheap upgradable storage for the Mac Studio.
Okay.
But there's a catch. Installing it voids your warranty.
Oh, so is this a brilliant idea or a recipe for disaster?
I don't know. It's kind of a tough call, right?
Yeah, I mean, upgradable storage is a big plus, especially for power users.
All right.
But that voided warranty is a bit of a deal breaker.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one wrong move and you're looking at a pretty expensive repair bill.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a gamble.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so speaking of pushing boundaries, there are some rumors flying around about the Nvidia RTX 5090 graphics card.
Oh, yeah, I heard about this.
Apparently, it might not be the total energy hog that we were all expecting.
That's great news.
Yeah.
Especially for gamers and PC builders. I mean, a less power-hungry GPU means lower electricity bills.
Right.
And a cooler running system. So more power, less heat. That's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of upgrades, there are some juicy rumors that Apple's AirTags are getting a pretty big makeover.
Ooh, exciting.
So AirTags, they're already pretty handy for finding your lost keys, right? But imagine them with even better range accuracy, maybe even some new features.
Yeah, like what? Tracking your pet, keeping tabs on certain family members that tend to wander off.
I was going to say, I can think of a few people who could benefit from a well-placed AirTag.
Right.
But yeah, the possibilities are kind of endless. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But DJI might be taking the prize for most frequent upgrades because there's a rumor about the Osmo Action 6,
Really?
which would be coming out just 3 months after the Action 5 Pro launch.
Wow. So is this just relentless innovation, or is this just creating a ton of e-waste?
I mean, it's a valid question.
Yeah, it is. I mean, is this pace of new releases even sustainable? Are we sacrificing quality for just the newest, shiniest thing?
Yeah. I think it's definitely something to think about.
Not sure.
Okay, so speaking of questionable design choices,
Yeah.
it seems like Apple might finally be fixing the Magic Mouse's charging port placement.
Oh, thank goodness.
You know, the charging port on the bottom of the mouse?
One that makes it impossible to use while it's charging.
Yeah. I mean, that design flaw has been baffling people for years.
It really has. So it's good to see that Apple might actually be admitting defeat on that one.
Yeah. Better late than never, I guess.
Right.
All right, now for some smartphone showdown news. The rumor mill is churning out a potential January 22nd launch date for the Samsung Galaxy S25.
So mark your calendars, everyone.
We're talking cutting-edge camera tech, a super fast processor, and maybe even a foldable display option.
Oh.
So yeah, the smartphone wars are heating up.
For sure. It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with.
Yeah. Foldable phones, are they the future, or are they just a fad waiting to fold?
Who knows?
We'll have to see. But let's not forget about the people who really crave that raw graphical power, because the Nvidia RTX 5070 Ti graphics card might be coming out even before the standard 5070.
Oh, wow.
And it's rumored to be pretty powerful.
So this could be the ultimate card for gamers and creatives who really need that top-tier performance.
You imagine buttery, smooth gameplay, lightning-fast rendering.
Right.
Enough graphical horsepower to melt your face off.
Okay, maybe not literally.
Well, not literally, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, and just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, there's a rumor that Apple might be working on a giant foldable iPad.
A giant iPad.
A giant foldable iPad that could run macOS apps.
Whoa.
So a tablet that transforms into a full-blown workstation. I mean,
that would be pretty amazing.
that's a device that could really redefine productivity, right?
Yeah.
Imagine sketching on a massive canvas, editing videos on the go, all with the power of macOS.
That's a pretty compelling idea.
Yeah. I'm already dreaming of all the spreadsheets I could conquer on that thing.
Yeah.
But wouldn't a giant iPad be kind of unwieldy?
Yeah, I mean, how would macOS apps even translate to a touch interface.
Right. There's some logistical hurdles there.
Definitely.
We'll have to see if they can pull it off. But hey, a little tech speculation never hurt anybody, right?
Exactly.
So before we get too lost in the land of giant iPads, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about some entertainment news.
Okay.
And guess what? There's a White Lotus Season 3 trailer.
No way.
Yes way. The White Lotus is back. More drama, intrigue, beautiful scenery.
It's such a good show.
So good. I'm already hooked.
Yeah.
And the trailer just gave us like a tiny little taste of the chaos that's coming.
I know. The show's become a total phenomenon.
Yeah.
And this new season looks just as good as the last two.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say the trailer promises plenty of twists and turns, maybe even a few murders.
Now, you know I'm already placing bets on who's going to bite the dust first.
Same here.
But for those of you who prefer your entertainment a little bit more on the wild side, Apple's got this new docuseries called The Secret Lives of Animals, and it promises some pretty breathtaking footage.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
They released a little sneak peek, and it's got this crazy kangaroo fight.
I know, I saw that. It's intense.
Like, kangaroos are surprisingly ripped.
Right. It's a good reminder that there's still so much that we don't know about the creatures that we share this planet with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing.
But if you're more into cowboy drama, the trailer for Season 2 of 1923 has dropped.
Oh, wow.
Promising even more action and intrigue after that insane Yellowstone finale.
I mean, the whole Yellowstone universe has captivated audiences.
Yeah.
And this new season looks like it's going to deliver more of the same.
Oh, yeah. Family feuds, Western shootouts.
Sets and hats galore.
Yeah. And now, for the moment all the superhero fans have been waiting for. The highly anticipated first trailer for the new Superman movie is expected to drop on Thursday.
Finally.
The hype is real.
I know. Everyone's waiting to see what James Gunn's going to do with this reboot.
That's what she's going to take.
Exactly. So we'll definitely be breaking down that trailer in a future deep dive.
Don't worry, we'll be dissecting every frame, like
Okay.
true comic book nerds.
For sure. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. And speaking of things to look forward to, we've got even more tech news coming your way. But first, take a quick break and don't forget to like this video and tell us in the comments which headline has got you most excited or terrified. Okay, so we covered like the blockbusters of tech news, but what about some of the more under-the-radar stuff? You know, those little nuggets that make you go, huh, I didn't see that coming.
Right, exactly. Like this piece about millennials and impulse shopping.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they're indulging in it now more than ever.
Really?
Yeah. Which is kind of surprising considering, you know, all the talk about economic uncertainty and mindful spending and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think people would be a little more cautious with their cash.
You would think.
I guess even with all the doom and gloom headlines, we still need a little retail therapy every now and then.
Maybe. Maybe it's just the ease of online shopping or those targeted ads that just know us too well. What do you think? Are you an impulse buyer or do you stick to your list? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of a little impulse shopping every now and then. Especially when it comes to gadgets and gizmos.
Of course.
Speaking of tempting tech,
Uh-huh.
CES 2025 might be showcasing some next-level TV technology.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently HDMI 2.2 is finally getting connected.
Okay, so break that down for me. What does that actually mean for, like, the average person's viewing experience?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Right.
I'm not sure I fully understand that one.
Well, think about it, like seamless integration, mind-blowing fidelity, all your devices working together, perfectly streaming content with incredible resolution, frame rates, responsiveness.
Okay.
It's not just a bigger screen, it's like a smarter, more immersive experience.
Okay, so it's not just about the size, it's about the quality.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, I can get behind that. A TV that can actually keep up with my streaming habits. I like it.
Right.
But it seems like while some tech is racing ahead, other advancements are kind of stuck in slow motion.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, apparently, RCS encryption, which is supposed to make messaging more secure, is still months away.
Oh, wow, after that big U.S. telecoms breach.
Yeah, no, it's a little concerning.
It's a good reminder that security isn't always about flashy new features.
Right.
Sometimes it's about the basics, protecting our conversations, our data, the foundation of our digital lives. And sometimes even the biggest companies can make mistakes when it comes to security.
Yeah, for sure. Makes you think twice about what you share online.
Definitely.
Speaking of sharing, did you see that Instagram has those tools now where you can create your own year in review for stories.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for a flood of highlight
I know
reels.
everybody's going to be sharing their perfectly curated lives.
Right. But, we're all really waiting for those epic fails and awkward moments that people accidentally share.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The cringe factor is going to be high with this one.
Definitely. But hey, it's all part of the fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. Got to embrace the chaos. All right, to wrap things up on a truly futuristic note, there's a story about 3D printing technology that could revolutionize how we build houses.
3D printed houses.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen 3D printing change so many industries, but applying it to something as essential as housing, that's pretty mind-blowing.
I mean, imagine building homes faster, cheaper, more sustainably.
Yeah.
It could be a total game changer, especially for areas that are facing housing shortages.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing concept. So from AI-powered search engines to 3D printed houses, it's clear that technology is shaping our world in some pretty profound ways. But it's up to us to decide how we use these tools, what boundaries we set, and what kind of future we want to build. So what stood out to you in today's deep dive? What are you excited about or maybe a little worried about? Let us know in the comments. We always love hearing from you.
And that wraps up another tech-tastic journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives, and share it with your friends.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and maybe keep an eye out for that robot lawnmower snowblower combo. I'm telling you, that's the future.